Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Stefano Buchanan. I live here in South Florida, and I was asked by yours truly, Carlton Whitfield, also known as C-Dub, to make a video explaining how using loops can make a difference in the service, your Sunday morning service, or whenever you have service, and also showing you guys the software that I use to run my loops here at church on a Sunday morning. But to answer the first question, using loops does make a big difference. It's a sign to me how I view it. It's a sign of excellence, professionalism. It can also help your drummer out. For those who have drummers who are not consistent with the timing, having a loop playing, can help him and help the whole band stay together. And even over time, as your drummer continues to play with these loops, it'll definitely better him. And it just really sets a nice tone for worship, praise, music. Before the song starts, have that loop playing, let it run about one bar or a couple bars, and the band comes in. It's just really nice, and I'm gonna show you guys and demonstrate how you can use these loops. All right, so here we go. Okay, here it is. This is what I use to run my loops on Sunday mornings. Ableton 9 Live. With this software, you can take audio files and put them in an audio slot, and it reads it. These are all wave files. It's just a loop, okay? And you could adjust the tempo up here manually if you want to. Or you could also tap tempo, for things on the fly. And what I do is whatever song that we're doing each week, I would have them, typed in. I put the keys in there just to remind me. Also, I'll put the BPM and, the time signature in this master slot, okay? So this is just a little bit of it, okay? And also, what you can do, what I use is something called key up here, okay? For those who don't have external things such as the APC and different things that triggers your loops, you can use the numbers up here to trigger something. Okay, so and here I have different things set to how we operate here at my church. Okay, for example, my shout loop is on keypad number 2, on the numbers. It's 2. So when I press 2, that shout track starts. When I press, let's say 5, this is a groove that we do every now and then. Okay, so you can have your these things triggered very easily. All right. Okay, let's start off with a praise break. Let's say church is getting hype, and you realize it's time to start shouting. Okay. Here we go. 5, 1. Okay, that's an example of what you can do in the situation. You can run that loop, and that was something from up north. Some up north cats do, I heard. Them do it before. So yeah, that's the way you can use a loop. And even before the preacher wants to start to shout, dancing and praise break, even if you want to give them a little taste, happens all the time. So you tell the band, start that track. Okay, and just stop it. Let him continue. Depending on how your service flows, anything can happen. All right. So let's move on to the next segment. Let's go to a worship track. Okay, let's say the presence of God is flowing and there's just a lot of exhortation going on. People are worshiping and there's just a still atmosphere. And your worship leader looks at you and lets you know the next song that they're gonna do. And let's say you already have the loop ready. Okay? So So you can have that ring out and start that loop. The worship leader is just talking, exhorting, and you and the band is just probably stay on that 1. I'll go to the 4. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so depending on the flow, it's really nice to just have that loop playing. And that alone is, it's great. It sets a nice tone. It's just once again, real professional, all right? Let's go to something else. Okay, the loop that I'm using here is called All About You. Song is by Anita Wilson. But in this case, I'm not going to use it for that song because, of course, you can take loops and use it for different songs if it fits. And once again, with this software, you can adjust the BPM. You can make it faster. If you want to slow it down, doesn't matter. So in this case, everybody knows. If you don't know, there's a song by Travis Green called "Prove My Love." Okay, and I'm gonna use this track for this song. So here we go. Okay, let's say before the song even starts, the praise and worship leader is just talking to the congregation. You can play that groove softly. Everything is still on time. And of course, you can turn it down. Okay. Let's touch one more loop. Okay, so there's a groove that we do, like for example, when the children's choir they're coming up to the stage to sing. You don't want it to be all quiet or nothing. People are clapping their hands, so you want something to play at that time. So there's a groove that we do. here at my church. It's really nice. It's also a loop by C-Dub. There we go. Real simple. Okay, that's just a little piece. Um, so that's pretty much it. You know, you can purchase these loops from his website. Check out his Facebook. You know, the link is on there, and he posts loops very frequently. You know, and so it's a great investment. It's only 99 cents, not much. Okay, so hope you guys enjoy.